So I'm watching this interesting movie on Amazon Prime called Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's this really interesting Asian movie about the multiverse. It's fictional science fiction and comedy and spoofing. It's a little bit of everything in this movie. It is hilarious, for one thing. And they definitely speak, I think, Mandarin or Cantonese in part of it. But, there's subtitle. But it is an English speaking movie. And you'll recognize the main chick who's the star of it. But, what if they're really... Do we think that there's multiverses out there? I think by now everybody is like, yeah, there's probably some other shit out there. There's some other alternate universes or whatever. But if you had the opportunity to go find yourself in another universe, they built a machine and they're like, okay, just like they have, oh my God, what is that thing? Ancestry.com. What if they had spaceodyssey.com, where it traces your lineage in the future in multiverses, and they take a prick of your blood or something and send you. They're like, okay, you exist in 8 other alternate universes, pick one and go visit yourself. Would you do it? I think I would do it, but I would ask a ton of questions. They'd be like, lady, look, are you going to visit yourself or no? Because you've sat here for an hour and a half probing us, because I want to know everything. Okay, what is it going to feel like? How long is it going to take? What can I pack? What do they have over there? What kind of food is there? Are there vegan options? Are there nightclubs? I need to run down a list of names to you. Am I going to run into these people still? What's going to happen? Is anybody going to beat me up? Am I going to get, you know what I'm saying? I want to know everything. Okay, how do I die in that universe? If I go there, am I dead? Am I alive? Am I coming back? How do I get back? Where's the portal? I want to know everything. So it's just so many situations and scenarios in the world that are just not going to be favorable for me because of my wacky ass personality. If there was ever a zombie apocalypse, I'd be fucked up. Not necessarily because I'm not even completely vegan, but I have to eat a lot of stuff vegan fare because of my dairy allergy. What am I supposed to do if we're in a zombie apocalypse and the whole world is just desolate and barely anybody left and blah, blah, blah. If I got to go dumpster diving, I'm not going to be able to tell the difference between which breads in the trash can have dairy and which ones don't. So I'm screwed. If there's some land that we find, I'm going to have to be the fucking ruler. I'm going to have to be the queen of that bitch, because I'm going to have loyal servants go search and eat stuff to make sure, you're going to have to eat a piece of that bread out of that trash first to let me know if it's got dairy in it or not, because we can't read no labels anymore, because we're dumpster diving. All the stores are shut down. But seriously, that was a recurring dream for me. And that's one of the reasons why I wrote those questions in my book. Sponsored by this podcast, Boxing Stella Podcast. Sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted. Is sponsored by Life in Question book, the urban book of questions, with over 1,000 questions to help you get to know yourself and others better while having fun. There's my little commercial. But seriously, there's a sci-fi section and all these weird questions on what would you do if you could only do this, or if you were being watched or on camera, or if you had to have some kind of a pod house, what would you make it out of? There's a lot of probing questions there in the book that are fun. Anywho, I just think this whole it's just strange how all all of this stuff about multiverses and alternate universes and talking to, yourself in another realm, or talking to someone else in another realm, or talking to ghosts or whatever, is just so much more prevalent now. Like, you're starting to see tarot cards pop up in movies and videos, and it's like, oh, so what used to be taboo is no longer taboo. You're not as afraid of it anymore, because literally everything in this freaking universe, we made it up. We created it. And the English language is limited. You know that? You know that there's other languages that don't even use half the words that we use? That's why there's a really horrible language barrier when a lot of people come from other places, because they don't talk the way we do. We have garbage mouths. Our mouths are like garbage pails. And I'm not even talking about just the curse words, because, we've heard some Asians curse, or whatever. Well, mostly in movies, because you don't really hear them talk. I mean, I don't understand Mandarin or Cantonese or whatever they speak, so I don't know. They could be cussing up a storm. But, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Boxing Stella podcast.